made it absolutely clear to the Chinese embassy that the apparent behaviour of Consulate General officials during the incident, as it appears from the footage, which even now more of which is coming out as we discuss this, is completely unacceptable. Now, the independent police investigation is now underway. Greater Manchester Police have been clear that there are many strands to what is a complex and sensitive inquiry and that it may take some time. As the Foreign Secretary has said, we will await the details of the investigation, but in the meantime, I've instructed our ambassador to deliver a clear message directly to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Beijing about the depth of concern at the apparent actions by Consulate General staff. And let me be clear that if the police determine that there are grounds to charge any officials, we would expect the Chinese consulate to waive immunity for those officials. If they do not, then diplomatic consequences will follow.
I now urge the government to be much, much clearer than just using diplomatic language. I urge the government to make it clear in the light of this new evidence that it's not just unacceptable that any consulate individual should have taken part in anything like this, but that any consulate individual who is proved to have been one of the perpetrators of this outrageous and violent attack on Mr. Chen will be made persona non grata immediately and sent back to China. The government has the diplomatic power to dismiss them. Whether or not there are criminal proceedings, the fact is we do not want them here in the UK and they must go.
And I have seen the footage that he describes, and I have to say I think it looks very black indeed and damning indeed. But there isn't a process that we're going through, and we need to make a factual determination. And once that is done, as I have said, diplomatic consequences, if it is found to have been as we fear it may be, that is to say, a criminal offence of some kind, diplomatic consequences will follow.
I think it's an emergency situation. That guy threatened my colleague's life. And that day, we try to control the situation. The man is because he's abused my country, my leader. I think it's my duty.
To pull his hair?
Yeah, I think any diplomats, if faced to such kind of the behavior,